Welcome to this week's Newcastle Rugby League highlight show for round 2, including the Butcher Boys' gutsy win over Cessnock, South's thrash a disappointing Lakes United, and Curry's Terence Siu at his niggling best to help steer the Bulldogs home. Western Suburbs returned to Harker Oval for their second time in consecutive weeks, and it wasn't long before they opened their account. Minutes later, the Rosellas continued to stamp their dominance. But Macquarie were ready to pounce back just before the break. Up by 6 in the second half, West continued to show the way, and eventually went on to take victory by 24 points to 18. Central Newcastle hosted the Cessnock Goannas in front of a packed home crowd, and it wasn't long before the crowd got in the game. The Goannas' Brendan Williams dragged down just 2 metres out. But soon after, Macquarie's Corey Barber, he got the scoreboard ticking. Central Newcastle fought back to level the score at 6-all, thanks to Jake McNamara. The Butcher Boys hit the front before half-time with this try to Gudgeon. The Butcher Boys took control late in the second half, with War Boys bagging a double. The final score, the Butcher Boys 22, Cessnock 14. Premiers Lakes United were at home for the first time this season up against the South Newcastle Lions. And it wasn't long before the home fans had something to cheer about. But cheers turned to silence when Souths quickly got themselves back into the contest. And in a blink of an eye, Souths were in again and led by 18 points to 4 at half-time. Souths continued to roll forward in the second half and Lakes had no answers. The final score, 38 points to 14. The Curry Bulldogs returned to the graveyard for the first time this season up against rivals the Maitland Pickers. And the away side got off to a blinding start.
Comes back to Carter. He gets the ball away to Connolly. Are they going to score? Morrison's over.
But it wasn't long before the home fans had something to cheer about.
Back to Walker. Walker will score. Walker's over.
And on the back of a 70% completion rate, the Bulldogs continued to dazzle.
Here's the kick off the right boot. They're coming through. There's Waitford for the Pickers. He's lost the ball. And Nickhow goes over in the corner. Well, 2 tries in the space of 4 minutes. Puts the graveyard up with a roar.
The second half, the Bulldogs continued to run riot against the Pickers.
Here's the kick of the end goal area. Hardy's moving all the way to the Maitland Sports Ground.
The final score, Curry 28, Maitland 16.